They were the couple everyone rooted for, the love story that felt real in an industry built on illusions. From private whispers to public performances, Shawn and Camila made the world believe in fairy tales again. But behind the stage lights, behind the perfect smiles, cracks were forming. A single night, a single decision, would turn their dream romance into one of the most heartbreaking breakups the industry has ever seen. Tonight, we reveal the untold truth. Every great love leaves a trace. For Shawn and Camila, it was the little things, scribbled notes, late-night texts, and love songs that seemed to echo their souls. But a note, once filled with warmth, now lay on a desk, edges crumpled, the handwriting a reminder of a love slipping away. They walked hand in hand under the lights of the city, hearts beating in sync with the music around them. Theirs was the romance fans dreamed of, pure, young, unstoppable. But what happens when the world watches your every step, and the pressure of perfection becomes too heavy to carry? In the recording studio, Shawn found himself alone. The hum of machines, the glow of the soundboard, but no laughter filling the room. Distance wasn't measured in miles, it was in silence, in the growing space between two people who once couldn't stop talking. Behind the stage lights, Camila stared at her reflection. The world saw a confident star, but in her mirror, red eyes told another story. Fame doesn't shield you from heartbreak. Sometimes, it makes it cut even deeper. Two mugs sat untouched on a table, rain tracing the window. Silence filled the room louder than any argument. Love doesn't always end in a storm of words, sometimes it dies in quiet, when there's nothing left to say. A sunset in the park, two figures side by side, but their bodies spoke the truth their mouths refused. Closeness without connection. Love sitting next to you, but already gone. Shawn leaned against the railing, the city lights glowing beneath him. Fame gave him everything, but not the one thing he wanted most, to hold on to what was slipping away. At an award show full of laughter, cameras flashing, music blaring, Camila sat, smiling for the world. But behind that smile, silence. A loneliness so loud, it drowned out the crowd. A hallway stretched before him, guitar case in hand, steps echoing like a goodbye. Sometimes walking away doesn't mean leaving a place, it means leaving a piece of your heart behind. The stage where they once sang together now stood empty. Red velvet seats waited for a story that had already ended. Love songs sound different when the person they were written for is gone. A phone lit up in the dark, missed calls, unread messages. Words unsent, apologies unspoken. Technology connects us, but in heartbreak, it only reminds us of the silence. Camila walked alone under the rain, neon lights blurring around her. To the world she was a star, but in that moment, she was just a girl, searching for the pieces of herself left in someone else. A suitcase lay open, bed sheets undone, a lamp burning into the night. Love doesn't always end with slammed doors. Sometimes, it's just one person packing quietly, choosing peace over pain. A restaurant filled with candlelight. Two people sitting across from each other, staring at plates they wouldn't touch. Sometimes the hardest words are the ones we never say. A guitar rested on a chair, strings silent. Once, it played duets, love songs born from laughter and connection. Now, it was just wood and steel, waiting for a voice that would never return. A microphone stood in the dark, headphones hanging. Songs of heartbreak were waiting to be written. Because sometimes, music is the only place to pour the pain we cannot speak. On the pier, Shawn stared at the horizon, the ocean endless, just like the memories. The hardest part of letting go isn't moving forward, it's realizing the past is gone. A suitcase rolled across an empty terminal, one last flight, one last goodbye. Airports hold reunions and departures, and this one held the final chapter of a love story. A photo lay torn on the table, a single tear stain blurring the ink. Pictures capture smiles, but they can't freeze love. Love fades, even in glossy frames. At Coachella, under bright lights, the crowd danced. But for them, it wasn't magic anymore. They stood in the same place, but worlds apart. Fireworks painted the night sky, and one figure stood alone on a balcony, glass in hand. Once, those colors meant celebration. Tonight, they only reminded of what was lost. A stage full of microphones, but no one speaking. The world waited for answers, but some truths stay unspoken. Not every heartbreak belongs to the public. The ocean roared as a silhouette walked into the distance. Maybe some loves aren't meant to last forever. Maybe they're meant to change us, to teach us, to leave us stronger. Shawn and Camila's story may have ended, but for millions of hearts, the echo of their love still lingers in every song. And that is the heartbreak the world never truly saw. In the end, love doesn't always end with fireworks. Sometimes it fades quietly, leaving only echoes of what could have been. For Shawn and Camila, their story wasn't just about music or fame, it was about two hearts trying to find their way in a world that rarely gives love a chance to breathe. Was it truly the end, or just the closing of one chapter? The truth remains theirs to keep. But one thing is certain, their journey will forever be remembered. If you want to uncover more hidden stories the world has never fully heard, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us next time, as we reveal the secrets behind another untold chapter of fame and heartbreak.